It's time to break out the big guns today. Hi, welcome to Vlogtober day 28. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked just below this video. I was hoping to record a full half an hour or so video of what I've been working on and works in progress, finished objects, all that good stuff. But I feel like I'm swallowing razor blades today, so there's no way I can sit down and record myself chatting for half an hour or so. I think James must have shared his germs over the weekend, and so I figured I'd try and put a Vlogtober up instead, because worst case scenario I can just film a bit of a video montage and put some music over the top for a couple of minutes. I'm trying to take the day pretty easy today. It's Monday, so it's my day off, which is a good thing. I've just been working on my journal a little bit this morning and also on my socks from the sock tube. I've actually finished the first sock, which is fab. These mini skeins that I purchased from Caroline, which are her rainbow but darker set, are perfect to go with the beautiful colours in the autumnal sock blank that I had. So first sock's done. Second sock has a toe, and I've just snipped the middle here for pulling this apart to put in the heel. After this I'll work on a couple of wrist warmers, and then whatever's left of the tube will become a second sock, probably be a bit shorter than the first pair. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that done today. I also managed to put in a decent chunk on my Canada shawl last night, yay! I've just got the border to go now. I was chatting with Caroline the other day and I said I wasn't really looking forward to picking up the 600 odd stitches for the border. Well, when I went back and read the pattern, it's actually 860 stitches for the border. It's one of my October goals, so I'm hopeful that I'll still get it done by the end of October. Including today, we still have 4 days left, so the border's only 4 rows plus the pick up and cast off. So I figure even if I just do 1 row a day and then 1 row plus pick up, 1 row plus bind off, I should have it done by the end of the month. Sorry, the camera's jogging a little bit there. I'm leaning on the table. My head's really fuzzy. I am coming to the point where I need another Lemsip. Also working on my journal a little bit today. I love hanging out in the attic room here, which is my craft room, on days like this, because there's some really nice natural light. So yeah, it's just nice to hang out up here. I have been thinking about the next couple of pages in my journal. I need to document the projects that I've worked on throughout October. So I've made myself a few notes and I'm starting to divide up some of the pages to try and come up with a layout for those. Soon we will be in November. The other thing that I'd quite like to do today, and I know it's a long way away, but I'd like to start gathering some things in preparation for my 12 cast-ons at the end of the year. My yarn stash is behind me, so I think I'm going to start going through that in conjunction with some of the patterns that I want to cast on, so that if I do need to purchase any additional yarn or patterns to match with the things that I want to use, then I've got a couple of months to spread the cost of that out. And I'm also winding up some yarn today for a pair of super secret socks, so I won't be able to show those to you unfortunately, but they're for a little swap that I'll be doing next February, which again is a long time away, but I want to get them on the go. Yeah, I've got plenty of things to keep me going today. I'll just be doing a little at a time as and when I feel like it, and maybe there'll be a nap at some point this afternoon. It's quite funny, as I watch back some of the clips that I put together for the last couple of days, I could hear myself breathing quite heavily on the camera, which is not my usual. So I guess these germs have been creeping up on me for a couple of days. Trying to sort through some of my stash as soon as I sat on the floor. I had company. I'm hoping you might be able to help me make a decision. I've been stash diving for a Love Note, which is one of the patterns that I'd like to cast on at the end of the year. Love Note is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's a crop sweater with a bit of a lacy detail on the yoke, and it requires, for my size, 820 or so meters of yarn, which is slightly frustrating because 2 skeins is 800 meters. I've got a couple of 2 skein options, and I figured I could always do a contrast ribbing if I need to. I've got colours. The pattern requires the yarn to be held double with mohair. I've got colours of Rowan Kid Silk Haze in the shop that would match either of these. So what do you think? I've got 2 skeins of this Poledale silk from You & Ply, which is a really nice bright yellow. So that's one option. And then I've got this gorgeous skein of Ainsworth and Prynne, which is speckly. It's kind of a beigey background with specks of rust and blue. So those are my 2 possible options for Love Note. I'm kind of loving this yellow one. I'm wondering if this one's maybe a bit too close to my skin tone for a top. I think it would make a beautiful shawl maybe, but yeah, let me know, what do you think? Yellow or the beigey speckle? So I've got 9 ideas on my possible 12 cast-ons list at the moment. The ones that I've coloured in are ones that I have the yarn and the pattern for, and I think there's a couple more on this list that I do have stuff for. So Angelus Novus, I'm pretty sure I've got yarn for that, but I need to go digging around in the cupboard and I don't feel like doing that today. Love Note, I know that once I decide on my colour, I've got mohair in the shop, so that's covered. The sock set shawl, I definitely have stuff in my stash for that. I need to just figure out what I want to do. For the Radiate jumper, I need to pick up a main colour. I want a dark grey for that, so I need to go hunting round to see. That's probably one I'm going to have to purchase. And then in last year's Knit 1000 grams cowl from Luli, I won some John Arbon yarn, which I've not yet knit up, so I want to knit that up yet. So I need to find a pattern. So I need to just have a look through my library to see if I've got a pattern or if I want to purchase a pattern. So yeah, I've got 3 potential slots left. As I say, there's plenty of time yet before I'm actually going to cast these projects on, so this could be changeable, movable, but I'm doing fairly well in terms of not having to spend out too much money to get my 12 cast-ons going. I thought it would be worth mentioning as a little addendum to yesterday's section where I was showing what I was doing with my sock tube. I've kind of cut into my knitting quite a few times, so it doesn't really faze me. Yesterday I cut into the edge of a row, but actually if you've not done this before, it's actually easier if you snip in the middle. Nice long ends at each end of the bit that you've sliced to weave in. So if you've not done it before and you're not confident at catching your stitches in, then snip in the middle rather than at one edge. I've unzipped my row in the middle there, so I'm ready to start putting in the heel. It's 6 PM and I managed to get a little bit of a nap this afternoon, which means I haven't really done a whole lot. I put in the heel on the second sock, and I've also started the first wrist warmer. So I've got 1 cuff in and I'm just about to add another cuff on the first wrist warmer. I think I'm going to sign off for this evening and get this uploaded, and hopefully I'll have a bit more energy to perhaps make tomorrow's video a little bit more exciting. It'll be a bit sad if we end Vlogtober on a low note. Oh, there's neat. Obviously some important cat stuff is going on outside. So yeah, hopefully I will see you again tomorrow.